Hey guys, it's the Flyness here and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you are new and not yet subscribed, make sure you do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button and join the family, because I guarantee you got good taste, and it's only if you have good taste you'll like it. Alright guys, hey, I hope everybody is having a good day. I hope everybody is staying on top of their goals, and I hope everybody is doing what needs to be done. With that being said, I feel like I need just a tad bit of a push to get me through this next part of my life, to really hold me accountable, to really make sure I'm walking that walk instead of just using a whole bunch of words. And that is why I am challenging myself to 30 days of consistency. So today, as I am filming this, is actually the first day of this particular challenge, and it's going to go on throughout the entire month of September. The whole purpose of me doing the 30 days of consistency challenge is for me to show up for myself every day while holding myself accountable. And I want to see how far I can take myself in 30 days if I constantly show up, do what I have to do, and don't make excuses. Because I personally believe that showing up for yourself and being consistent equals to grow. And I actually have to start being 100% consistent, not just 90, 70, 80. I have to give it my all, and that is what I'm challenging myself to do for these 30 days. So if you're interested in hearing more about my 30-day challenge, or if you want to hop on the bandwagon and join it with me, continue to watch this video and we'll get into the details. Alright y'all, before we get into the video fully, I am at home. It is currently Labor Day and my family is outside doing their thing and I'm down here working. So if y'all hear music, talking, or just hustle and bustle, that is because there's a house full of people outside. So yeah, but I'm doing what I gotta do for y'all because, like I said, I'm being consistent. So that's doing what I gotta do even when there's other things going on around me. I gotta do it anyway. Okay, so the 30 days of consistency challenge is basically me sticking to my non-negotiables every single day. So that's my morning routine, that's my nighttime routine, that's my motherhood things, content creation goals, everything that I have to do that are non-negotiable, I have to stick to them for 30 days, no excuses. So what I'm going to do for this particular 30-day challenge is I'm going to challenge myself to stick to my non-negotiables like I just mentioned, and also document the journey. I'm going to be documenting the journey on TikTok by doing daily posts over there on TikTok, so it'll be kind of like short form, kind of recapping like the major lesson of the day or certain things that I've done throughout that day to help with the challenge. If you guys are interested in following that, make sure you follow me on TikTok. I do have a new TikTok because y'all do know that my old one got hacked. So make sure you're following this particular TikTok page, not that TikTok page. This ain't me no more, y'all. This ain't me. But yeah, I'm going to challenge myself to document it daily over on TikTok. And I'm going to do like weekly updates here on my YouTube channel when I do my Monday uploads, my Living My Flyest Life uploads. And I will be going over everything during those particular uploads. So let's get into the non-negotiables, the rules, and everything that is the 30-day challenge. So for 30 days, my non-negotiables are broken down as follows. I have my morning non-negotiables, my night non-negotiables, my daily non-negotiables, and my weekly non-negotiables. So let's break those down. So my daily non-negotiables are going to be shadow work, journaling, walking 45 minutes to an hour each day, daily yoga, Pilates, waking up early, that's like my 3 a.m. wake up time, drinking a gallon of water a day, drinking my chia seed and my lemon lime water each morning, taking my supplements, and doing my morning skincare. Those are my daytime non-negotiables. My nighttime non-negotiables is nighttime skincare. So night prep, which includes picking out me and my children's clothes, packing their lunches, and getting everything set so that I can have a smooth morning. Reading every night, 30 minutes. Well, yeah, 30 minutes of reading or 10 pages, depending on whichever comes first. And I also have to make sure I do my nighttime skincare routine. No eating after 8 o'clock because I am intermediate fasting, so my eating window is between 12 noon and 8 p.m. So no eating after 8 o'clock, and make sure I'm in bed no later than 9:30 every night. So that way I can get enough sleep so I can get up in the morning at my 3 o'clock wake up. My daily non-negotiables outside of my morning and night ones are to, one, make and complete a daily to-do list. I have to make sure that everything on the to-do list is completed at the end of each night. Everything. Another thing that I'm doing every day is I'm practicing a new skill or practicing a skill in general. So whether that's me making bracelets, whether that's me doing some programming, whether that's me trying to figure out new ways to edit content, make content, working with AI, anything like that, anything that I am interested in, I have to make sure I practice that skill at least once a day. Also, daily, I need to make sure that I'm networking. One of my biggest goals is to grow my platform, grow my community, grow my audience. And so I have to make sure that I'm getting in networking. So that's whether that's interacting with different accounts online, reaching out to people, going to networking events, so on and so forth. I have to make sure I'm networking at least every day. Now, my weekly non-negotiables is more so geared towards my content creation, because every week I'm making sure that I post my Monday vlogs. But okay, so for every week I have to make sure that I'm posting all of my content. Now, as of right now, I am posting every day here on YouTube. I've committed to posting every day for the first 2 weeks of September. But depending on how the first 2 weeks go, I might continue that the last 2 weeks of September. But if not, I'm still committed to doing my 3 mandatory uploads each week here on YouTube. And also with that, I'm making sure that I'm posting on my other social media as well. So that includes my TikToks, my Instagram, so on and so forth. If you guys aren't following me on those platforms, don't worry, I'll leave all the information down for you below so that you can tap in and stay connected to all things Fly. Then I also have to make sure I do my weekly reflections. Now, at the end of each week, I have to make sure that I am really going over everything, seeing what works for me, seeing what didn't work for me, and that will help me tailor things for the following week. Now, along with that, I am going to be doing reflections at the end of each night as well. But the more in-depth reflections will be coming at the end of each week. And I think I'm going to actually have a series on my YouTube where I actually do those weekly reflections with you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Also, with that, I have to do a weekly weigh-in. Now, my weekly weigh-ins, those are going to be more so on my Monday uploads. But I do have to make sure I do a weekly weigh-in so that way I can make sure that I'm staying on track with my diet and my exercising and seeing how I'm snatching this body up. Now, there are definitely some no's during this particular 30-day challenge. There is to be no sex. There is to be no alcohol. There is to be no doom scrolling. I have to create more content than I consume. So no doom scrolling, no calls after 7:30. And that's just a personal boundary that I'm setting upon myself because I know after 7:30, I'm winding down, I'm trying to get to bed by 8 o'clock. Or by 9 o'clock, I don't need to be talking on the phone that late either. So no calls after 7:30 and no phones, period, after 8 p.m. Because I'm definitely making sure that I'm not going to be on my phone right before it's time for me to go to bed. We're just going to cut that off at 8 p.m. And there's no more just like casual outings or wasting time. Each day, each time I go out, it has to be intentional. It has to be regarding one of my goals. So if I'm not if I'm not working or if I'm not networking, I'm not going out. And that one's going to be pretty easy for me to follow anyway because I really don't go out unless it's with my kids or to different networking events. But I have it written here just so I can make sure, just in case I want to just see something and just go no, we're not doing that. We're staying focused and we're not getting distracted. So no distractions. We have to stay focused. So yeah, I am committed to showing up for myself, for full 30 days, sticking to my non-negotiables and handling my business. And any opportunities that present themselves during this particular time, I promise myself that I'm going to go after them. The whole goal of this challenge is for me to push myself, for me to show up for myself more and more, despite of how I'm feeling. Because in the past, I've been doing really good for showing up for myself, but then my mood kind of changed when different things were happening in my life. And I noticed that I really allowed that to affect my progress, to affect my habits, to affect the systems that I put into place for myself, because I was thinking more emotionally and not more goal oriented. And I'm trying to, and the whole goal of me doing this challenge is for me to build consistency and discipline so that I can know that it's okay to show up for myself even when things aren't going my way, even when my mood tells me like, you shouldn't do this today, because it's the goal over the mood that matters. So I'm really excited to see how this challenge turns out for me and where I'm going to be in the next 30 days. So if you guys are interested in following the journey, or if you're interested in joining the journey with me, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on my other social media platforms as well, because I'm definitely going to be posting different aspects of this challenge all over social media. And make sure you stay tapped in. Leave me a comment down below and let me know that you are doing this journey with me if you're excited to. Or if you're doing something similar, let me know as well. And if you made it to this point in the video, you obviously have good taste. So you should just go ahead and subscribe and join the family, because you already like it here, I can tell. And yeah, that's all I have for today's video. Like the video on your way out, and I will catch you guys in my next one.